It's Thursday. You guys know what that means. What's up, everyone? My name is Saints Fan. Welcome back to another GTA Online video. We got a new vehicle because there's a new event week. And the new event week is, I don't think it's anything special. Obviously, though, if you log on now until I think it's the 13th, you can get $1 million again for free. So make sure you log in, make sure you get that free $1 million. And if you got last week's $1 million, that'll be a total of $2 million for free by just logging in to GTA Online. I'll maybe touch on a little bit more of the actual event week at the end of this video, but the brand new vehicle that was released, the Drift Yosemite. Now, this Drift Yosemite, I mean, look, it looks incredible. I don't think there's any getting around it. This thing might be one of the better looking cars Rockstar's added in quite some time. And honestly, that's probably because it's based off of, the car that it is based off of looks great in real life. And honestly, if you are comparing, it's almost like 100% recreation of the car in real life. I'm shocked Rockstar actually made it so realistic. But either way, I mean, it's fantastic if you're looking just for a car that looks good. Now, of course, starting with the price, it's relatively expensive. I mean, it's $1.3 million if you don't have the trade price, and it's $980,000 if you do have the trade price. And I believe, as always, you get that by getting it in the casino heist. Now, that might not seem expensive when you compare it at least to some of the newer cars. I mean, obviously, yeah, $1 million basically, that's kind of just standard nowadays. But what's unfortunate is if you actually compare it to the regular Yosemite is actually only about $500,000, so basically cut in half. And we're going to get actually just right into the performance real quick, just because I did want to show you guys a comparison between the regular Yosemite, which will be on the left, and then the Drift Yosemite, which is on the right, and it's not even close. The regular Yosemite gets like 20 miles an hour faster than the Drift Yosemite. So you're paying, you know, $600,000-$700,000 more for a car that is significantly slower. Now, maybe that's to be expected because the title of the car, the name of the car, is the Drift Yosemite. So, you know, maybe you're not expecting it to be good. But I just wanted to let you guys know that the Drift Yosemite is not as fast as the regular Yosemite. Now, hopping into the customization, let's touch on that. I mean, look, this thing, it looks great and it's got some great customization. It doesn't, however, have a ton of customization, which is very unfortunate. Like, this would have been the perfect vehicle to bring to Benny's, just because you would have brought the regular Yosemite to Benny's and then paid $600,000-$800,000 to upgrade it to the Drift Yosemite, and then you could have a ton of different customization and everything that we got now, right? But of course, Rockstar don't think Benny lives anymore, so that's never going to happen. But going through, obviously, yeah, you can see, I mean, look, it's got some good hood options. It's got actually some pretty solid livery options. The livery options, I do think there were quite a few I really liked, so that's always good to see. Bunch of different options when it comes to that. You got some different bed options, which is cool as well to make it your own unique car. So you do have some options to make this thing look good and to make it look like your own. But that's kind of where things stop going uphill and then they kind of start going downhill. Because, yeah, the looks, again, 10 out of 10 for the looks. Maybe 8 out of 10 for the customization. It's not a whole bunch, but I love the stuff that they do have. But when you start driving this thing, that's where things get a little weird. And this is like the one major thing you should know before buying this new vehicle. Handling is not very good on this car. Now, one could maybe argue that's to be expected on a drift version of a vehicle, but the problem is that, honestly, this thing doesn't even really drift good, because what you'll see here what you're seeing, I guess, in the gameplay, I'm obviously just trying to get used to this thing, and normally when I do test these vehicles, when I try and drift with them, I use the brake, you know, left trigger, and then I'll use the right or the R1 button, like the handbrake, just to see what happens. And on this vehicle, I feel like the brake doesn't actually turn your car enough, so you end up smashing into like a wall or something, where if you hit the handbrake, it turns it too much and you end up spinning out of control. Now, there might be a balance if you hit both of them, and I will say if you are someone who is looking for a challenge maybe with a vehicle, then this might be a fun car to own. But the problem is just that it's almost too complicated to drift in. I always go back to the Futo. The Futo, in my opinion, is one of, if not the best drifting vehicle in the game. Even though, you know, you can't technically drift in GTA. It's not like the physics just don't really allow for it. But the Futo has some solid drift mechanics for what's, you know, for what we're given. This Yosemite, the drift Yosemite though, it's almost too much, because you'll see a number of times in this gameplay, I'll try and go around a corner, you know, relatively quick, hit the handbrake, and I'm trying to control it, and it just doesn't matter. I will literally get spun out of control, and look, that's obviously not fun. I guess with that being said, though, you do kind of get the feeling like you're drifting, but that, you know, that's probably just because there's not a whole bunch of traction on this vehicle, and the fact that it does take, it seems like, a long time to get into like that second and maybe third gear. I mean, granted, obviously, and you've been seeing this for the whole gameplay, I have a graphics mod on, so that does amplify how good things look. But even without it, I mean, this vehicle, it looks amazing. So if you're just wanting to maybe drive around, enjoying the look of the vehicle, then I guess maybe, yeah, you might want to buy this car, at least for that trade price. I don't know if I would spend 1.3 mil on it, but 980,000, that's not as bad, I guess. But don't be expecting this to be good in racing or any sort of performance comparisons. Honestly, if this car was priced at that regular Yosemite price, I think this would be a must buy, just because $500,000 for this, for what you're getting, I mean, that would be an unbelievable deal. But it's just, you know, it's the way GTA and Rockstar seem to be going. It's like everything just gets more and more expensive. And that's sort of the problem with these vehicles. It's like, is this really worth $1 million? I mean, the $1 million you just got for free, are you really going to want to spend that on this vehicle, which is going to be a fun vehicle for sure, but it's not going to be a vehicle you use all the time? You know, that's, I guess, what's the problem at the moment with just some of these more unique vehicles and niche vehicles. They're just too expensive for what they give you. And I would maybe wait until this thing goes on sale, inevitably in, you know, a couple of weeks, pick it up when it's maybe like 600K or 500K if they ever knock it down that low. But it's not a bad vehicle. Again, whoever like made this vehicle at Rockstar did a freaking amazing job. Deliveries, the looks, I mean, it looks incredible. But it's the driving that kind of knocks it down and makes it not really worth that $1 million+ price tag. Of course, let me know in the comment section what you guys think. I believe, and it's unfortunate because I believe the regular Yosemite is one of, if not the top tier muscle car, but this upgraded one, this more expensive one, isn't really close. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Do you like this vehicle? Are you picking one up, or are you going to wait till it goes on sale? The last thing I will say, I know you might have a ton of money from doing all the casino heisting over the last couple of weeks, but you got to remember those F1 cars are going to be coming out relatively soon, and those cost way more money. So you might want to just save your money for those, because at least that's going to be something completely new to the game. So you just might want to keep that in mind before you purchase this car. Now, the final thing before we end this video, just to give you guys a heads up on the event week that's going on. Here are all the discounts. You got some really good discounts, honestly, this week. And if you're a Twitch Prime member with all that stuff, 80% off of the Pyro. I think the Pyro is one of the best jets in the game, so that's almost a must-buy if you don't have one. The Rhino tank, I don't know. That's kind of, I mean, that's up to you. That's not that great, honestly. But if you want a Rhino tank, you get 80% off. As for the double money, they're doing double money on stunt races. Well, Rockstar created stunt races. They're doing double money on the Super Sport Series races. And they're doing double money on RC time trials, as well as business battles are going to be paying double money until next week. It is interesting they're doing double money on all these races, getting maybe us prepared for the new races, maybe coming next week. Obviously, we'll wait and see. Thank you all for watching, though. That's going to do it for this video. Please drop it a like if you did enjoy. Subscribe for more GTA Online content. And as always, I'll see you guys in the next one.